Hello, love. So, I just got out of uh, my therapy session for today, for this week, just a little bit ago. Came home and took a shower. Uh, Talked about quite a bit of things. Talked about empathy. How some people like to use the value, I know what you're going through. I've been through it as well. And it's not true. We may have similar situations to where we go through certain things together. We may have the same loss, but we don't fully understand what another person is going through. And we definitely don't want other people to go through what we go through. So, if I know what something feels like, and I'm a person of empathy, you know, empathetic, empath, I'm not going to subject somebody else to that. Because I know what it feels like. Or as he put it, as in, if you knew what this feels like, why would you pull the trigger? I've been saying that all along. But he did kind of congratulate me, I guess, on, I don't know, feeling like I'm at stage 2 of I don't know how many stages this will take. You know, we talked about my willingness to just forgive, but my ability to stand up and work towards not having to deal with that again from anyone. My knowledge in knowing what has to be overcome to be in a relationship with whoever I choose to be in a relationship with. Being understanding of my own feelings and what I'm capable of. He said he was proud of. He said that sometimes when we know the hurdles and our own faults, and we can either blissfully ignore them and just continue letting them run our lives into the ground, or understanding what they are and venturing forward with that knowledge to minimize the damage that they cause. And I mean, I've tried to have the knowledge of my own faults. I know what I do wrong. I can explain to you. I've been explaining those faults for a very long time. But a lot of my faults can't be solved by me alone. You know, like, I can have all the confidence in the world, all the trust in the world, but in the end, all that can come falling down quite easily if somebody isn't there to show me that they should be trusted, or that I should have the confidence that I need. You know, he said it's okay to know that you have trust issues. It's okay to explain that you have trust issues. because it lets people know exactly what they're dealing with, and they have a choice to make at that point to either understand your issues and either want to be with you, or understand that it's too much for them and not to be with you. You know, I've said it before, and I've said it many times. I know what I bring to the table in every regard. It's just been hard for me to understand that that's enough in any relationship, familiar, romantic, friendship, all of that. I know what I bring as a friend. I know what I bring as a family member. I know what I bring in as a partner. And those are really great, you know. And if you've ever had the privilege of being on the receiving end of, you know, this angry bear, this ginger, bearded, giant fellow you're staring at right now, I mean, it's safe to say that you're very privileged. I don't hate anyone. I mean, yeah, I don't really hate anyone. There are people I don't like, but I don't hate them. There are people I would love to murder, but I don't hate them. I know I probably will never get into another fight again. Hopefully not. I'm too old for fights, but we talked about my depressive episode last week. He kind of wanted to attribute it to the fact that I haven't really been sleeping good lately. I mean, the last 20 some odd years. So, hold on one sec. Oh. Excuse me, my allergies are killing me lately. So, but I mean, there's not really much that I can really do about that. We talked about, you know, which gave me leeway to talk about the reason why I'm such a light sleeper. You know, having to fear for my life and all. And then fear for other people's lives afterwards. Which kind of segued into talking about my mother. And I guess he wants to spend adequate amount of time talking in full length about my relationship with my parents, because I mean, it's not good, you know. We talked about growing up with a lack of a father figure, even though, you know, my dad was there. He really wasn't. You know, and I had to learn. You know, we like to, as a child, look up to someone to kind of guide us in a pathway that we want to be a part of. And I mean, a lot of that I do have to attribute to my father, because my love to read horror, my love to read in general, my overthinkingness, I guess, because I like to understand what's going on around me at all times. And I also learned to not speak about my emotions, because that's all I learned from him. You know, I hope that I deviated a lot. I mean, I still love my father for a lot of the things that he's come through, and he's actually made a lot of progress on his own. But when I was a child, no one was really ever there. So I always latched on to other adult figures, adult male figures. My brother's wife's parents were really nice. You know, I appreciate them a lot. My uncle, you know, we, as my therapist said, we kind of patchwork the people in our lives to be some sort of Franken figure that we can look up to with pieces of them that we like the most of. You know, I still never had anybody teach me how to shave. I had to learn on my own. And the age of the internet, though, was a great thing at that point. I was able to look things up all the time. You know, so there's that. So everything's a little step. Everything's a little step.